fishy folks, and happy Water Change Wednesday to you. Hope everyone's having a great hump day. Today's video is going to be all about supercharging your new Emperor Pro filter. That's right, folks. If you remember, I did a video. I'll put a link somewhere up here and down below for that video. Marineland sent me 3 new Emperor Pro 450s, and I decided I was gonna do some DIY hacks. Now, I'm no DIY royalty or anything, but I do a little bit of DIY, and I'm cheap, right? So I like doing things that save me money. So I'm gonna show you a couple of hacks, a couple DIY hacks, and a couple of hacks that actually Marineland has some answers for, if you will. Now guys, before we get started with the video, do me a favor, haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and gently boop the notification bell so you know when I release a new video. And check out michaelsfishroom.com, 20% off until Christmas on everything in the store, including gift cards. And now I'm not shipping till March probably, unless we get warm days in February, which I highly doubt, but if it's warm enough to ship, I will definitely ship. But my guess would be middle to end of March I'm shipping again. Buy your fish, I'll hold on to them for you, obviously. Feed them nice healthy food, get them all fat and happy for you, and ship them when it gets warm, 20% off. Also, buy a fancy Michael's Fish Room shirt for your favorite fish lover, 20% off at Teespring. Links for everything down below. And of course, we've got the contest going on, which I'll talk about later. So grab a snack and a beverage and stand by. Alright, fishy folks, do me a favor, in the comments down below, let me know what said snack and beverage are, especially if you tried one of my recipes from Michael's Eats. So, first, there's a contest going on at Michael's Fish Room. You have to subscribe to Michael's Fish Room, you have to comment on any video, you could comment on this one, and then you have to go over to my new cooking channel called Michael's Eats, link here and in the description below. You have to subscribe to that channel and comment on a video on that channel. The video that came out today, which is Tuesday today I'm filming, is garlic bread. Oh, I love garlic bread. I mean, seriously, I'm a fat guy who talks about food. You should go check it out. It's a pretty good channel. So let's talk about hot rodding or customizing your new Penguin Marineland Pro 450, or if you get one of the smaller ones. I think the 375 is for sale on Amazon, and the 450 is also for sale on Amazon. I'll put links down below for everything I talk about. Click on the link, don't click on the link. I make a gajillion dollars, even if you just think about it. But let's talk about this stuff. Now, I'm not a DIYer, I'm not royalty or anything, but I do a lot of DIY in the fish room. I built the whole fish room myself. I customize things all the time, but simple things I like to do because I'm cheap and I like to save money. And here's a good money-saving tip. Go to Amazon or wherever and buy Pinky Filter Floss. It's called Pinky Filter Floss because it's blue. No, because it's pink. Pink on one side, white on the other, coarse and fine side. Now what I use that for is I wrap overflows with it so the fry don't get sucked down into the return. But I've also used it for filter pads. Look, I cut a filter pad to fit the cartridge that comes with the filter. Now, it comes with right size E filter pads, and they have carbon in them, and we all know I don't like carbon, blah blah blah. So I would use that until it gets time to change. Cut the blue filter pad that comes with that stuff, throw the carbon away, take this and wire tie it to the frame, boom, do-it-yourself filter. Then when it's time to clean this, you cut the wire ties, you rinse this off in water, warm water, if you're gonna keep it. If you don't have to, if you just wanna be safe, make sure it's treated water. And then boom, you're done. You wire tie it back to the frame, boom, your filter's done. You've just saved yourself money. But these Emperor Pros come with these fancy baskets. And so there are 2 pieces, it's just a clamshell, fits together on the bottom, snaps together, and you could put biological media in here, little lava rocks, or you could put, I guess, these K2 things, which I'll go over in a minute. You could put I'm fine. Any media you want in here, really, but I like to put filter floss in here. So you take your pinky filter floss, you put it on in there, you lock the bottom, you snap the top together, boom, done. Simple as that. Now when I want to take it out and clean it, I just take it out. I do the same thing. Take this out, rinse it under either warm water or treated water. Done. Now, like I said, fine side, coarse side, you want the coarse side to hit the water first, or the water to hit the coarse side first. This way, it doesn't clog up the other side. All right, some other things about this filter. It comes with this media basket, which is really cool. Now, some things you can put in here are these K2 media gears. Now, I learned about K2 media from Joey years and years ago, and I had a setup when the fish room, I first started the fish room, I had a sump system. All the tanks were connected. I had one heater and warmed all the water, and it was great until I got worms and every tank got sick, and I'm like, F that, and I separated everything. So now I have a sump where the water drains there, and then that drains into the sink, but the tanks are all separate. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is I've used this media before. It does take a little while for it to build up bacteria, but once it does, you never have to, dispose of it or replace it. Anyway, you'd fill this basket up halfway with that media. You'd put this in, and as the water hit it, it churns, and the beneficial bacteria stick to all the surface area. They sent me 3 boxes of this. I don't know that I'm going to use all 3 boxes, but there are other things you can put in here. You could certainly put just polyfill in here and use that as a filter. Now, I would be cautious if you stuff it too tight that water's not gonna flow through it and then overflow into the overflow bars to spin those bio wheels. That's another thing, guys. I've had these 2 filters running for one 3 weeks, one 2 weeks. Haven't had one problem with the bio wheel. Haven't heard any noise. Again, 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm like a bull in a china shop, and I haven't broken it, so that's good. What else? They sent me this reusable media bag that goes for this. Let's open this, because I haven't opened this yet. Let's do it live on camera and hope I don't screw it up or embarrass myself. Oh, it's a couple of little media bags. That's interesting. So you can fill them up with different things. It has black diamond carbon, ammonia reducing resin, which they sent me. Ammonia reducing resin. Changes color to amber when depleted. That's cool. I wonder if you can cook it or bake it and make it useful again. Recharge it. That's the word I'm looking for. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm driving at. So this is so small I can't really read it, and it's like white on light gray, and I'm old and I can't read it, but it's ammonia reducing resin, which they say on the box you can use. So I guess you can fill some of these baggies up and drop them, a couple in here, whatever you want to put in there. That's kind of cool. All right, well, a couple more things, guys. So this is the intake tube, right? And this comes off, and this separates. You can put stuff in here. You could put polyfill in here, and that would definitely help clean the water and keep the other part of the filter clean. Then when you wanted to change that filter floss, let's say you change that every couple days, 4 or 5 days, you wouldn't have to shut off your filter, take it apart to clean it, do whatever, because most of the gunk would be caught in this stuff, I think. So, yeah. This basket does go back on, like I said, right there. Now, let's talk about the pre-filter. Now, there is a pre-filter for that Marineland sells. I tried to order it on Amazon. I know that Jason from Primetime Aquatics, they sent him one. Marineland, you didn't send me one. I'm not hurt. Anyway, you can't order them. They're not available. We'll ship in 1 to 3 months, it says on Amazon. My local fish store can't get it. So, somewhere I have right here, I have another option for you. This is a Aquaclear one of my favorite hang-on backs, foam filter for Aquaclear 110. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pre-filter for it. I love the Aquaclear sponges. I buy them for everything. Now, look how big this sponge is. You could probably get at least 2, maybe even 3 pre-filters. I'm going to go with 2 pre-filters. So here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to cut it, and then I'm going to show you. I'm going to cut it right now. You could use a sharp knife. I'm using these scissors, which, believe it or not, are doing a decent job of cutting this. So this filter at my local fish store was $7. I'll put a link on Amazon. I don't know how much they're going to be. You can buy them probably at most local fish stores. I want to say my friends Lisa and Martin at Super Cichlids in Dover, Delaware, probably carry this stuff. So now I have 2 cubes. You might be able to go to Michael's and find material to use for this. I'd just be cautious that it's aquarium safe. We know this is aquarium safe. It is only $7, $3.50 per pre-filter. This is what I'd go with. Anyway, so now you want to cut a hole that can slide in. So I just cut the top like that, and then like that. So you make like an X or a cross or a T. Just make it big enough for this to go in. And boom, you have a pre-filter. What's this pre-filter going to do? Not only is it going to increase surface area of beneficial bacteria, because this whole thing will get colonized pretty quickly, but it will help pre-filter all the other filters you have, which will keep everything else clean. So this is another thing. If you had this on there every week or 5 days, you could take this off, squeeze it out in water, run it under cold water if you wanted, or warm water I should say, and then boom, put it back. And you don't have to take your filter apart. You don't even have to shut it off. One other thing I want to tell you, this basket, so the way the filter works is water comes into the intake and then spills over and goes to the drip bars, which help roll the bio wheels, and then goes right into here. In Chewy's tank, I forgot to put the basket on the end, and I let it go for, I don't know, it had to be a day. And when I came back down to the fish room, there was virtually no duckweed or rickie in the tank. It was all in here. Now, I don't recommend that with small fish because they will get sucked up and churned up into here, but it did clear up his tank rather quickly. So if you have big fish and you take the little basket off the end, this thing, it might help clean up duckweed or rickia or other large plants or debris. All right, folks, do me a favor. Refill your snack and your beverage. I'm going to go add all my goodies to my filter that's in Chewy's tank. I'll film that for you, and then we'll be done. Stand by. All right, fishy folks. As I've started making the modifications, I wanted to show you this media basket. It acts as a pre-filter. Remember I said it captured all the rickia and duckweed? I'm fine. Well, look at it. It's caked with rickia. So I'm gonna go rinse it off. I just want to show you how it works and what it does. So, all right, stand by. All right, fishy folks, we're back. I have my DIY filter cartridges made using Pinky Filter Floss, and I put some K2 media in the filter basket. So the way, like I said, the way the water comes up here, let me show you. So I have my pre-filter, which I made from an Aquaclear 110 sponge cut in half, and then cut a slit for the intake tube, and that'll help keep the rest of the filter stuff clean and also act as surface area for beneficial bacteria. Goes up that tube through the motor, which is right now the only thing I don't like about this filter is that the motor housing, it's hard to get the lift tube part on. I have pretty strong hands, having I used to be an auto mechanic 1,000 years ago, but my hands are still pretty strong, and I have a hard time getting it on. I can see people, especially older people or people who might not have the strength in their hands, it might be difficult for them to get that back on. So that's really my only gripe. All right, so it comes up that tube and then goes through this U pipe, and then there's some water that comes out here to help the bio wheels turn, and then it goes down into that filter basket I showed you, and I have K2 media in there like I said. So that's it, folks. That's all she wrote. So far, after about 3 weeks, I really like the filter. I think it's worth it. I think they're less than $100. It's a pretty good hang-on back filter. It's very quiet. I have one upstairs in the kitchen, and the only noise you hear is if the water level gets low. So it's actually forcing me to keep that tank, the water level, full, which is nice. All right, fishy folks, that's it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about all my hacks and do-it-yourself turbocharging. I mean, we might as well look at Chewy and his ginormous cock here. Hey, buddy. Oh, real quick. Remember Chewy got sick and it turned out it was the heater? Marineland sent me a brand new heater. Lifetime warranty, no questions asked. Boom, here's your new heater. Took a little while for me to get it, but I got one. I'm fine. Check out Michael's Eats. Don't forget about the contest. 20% off at michaelsfishroom.com. Use code THANKYOU20. And have a great day. Hiya, fishy folks, and happy Water Change Wednesday to you. Hope everyone's having a great hump day. It's actually Tuesday here. I'm filming this video for you. Today, a new video. You don't care. Hiya, fishy folks, and happy hump day to you. It's Water Change Wednesday. I should say Water Change Wednesday. Just get my shit together. Mother Nature, you're a crackhead. The second box I opened, because they sent me 3, had a small broken piece of mush mouth. Snail eggs, what have you. Alright, folks, do me a favor. Refill your snack and beverage. Anyway, it comes up through the motor into this tube, and then here's a what's this thing called? You know, a lever. Yeah. That's wonderful. It's called a brain fart, folks.